So this video, we're just going to go briefly over all of the shortcuts. Going to just try to keep this simple so everyone can understand how it works. If you need to skip through, just go look at the description and it'll have a timeline showing all of the functions. So first off, I'm going to press Shift and Learn and then turn the up and down knob. That is if you want to change the light brightness. And right now I'm in a keyboard view and a track view. So I'm going to turn that off, go back into song view. So song view is just rows compressing all of the notes just so you can see it all the different tracks. So we just have one track here. Here's the mute on and off. If you want to solo, hold down this knob here and press it. It will turn blue. That means it solos it. Right here's the section color. So in order to have different section colors, we're going to have to add another track. To add another track, you just press on an empty track. It'll create a new one. Going back to song view, if we want to change either of these to a different section, hold down Shift and press the section color. Right now we only have two colors. If you wanted another one, create a new track, Shift, that button, and now it's a different color. Let's just go into track view here. Now, first off, you decide, do you want it to be a synth, a kit, Midi, or CV? If you want to create a new synth or a new kit, you just hold Shift, synth, for example, creates a new one. Shift kit creates a new kit. Midi, that will just change the channel 1 through 16. CV, 1 or 2. So if you just go into synth and turn this here, you switch to a different preset. So right now we're in scale mode. I can change the scale by pressing Shift and Scale. It'll switch between the different modes. But what I normally do is just turn it off, and what that goes into is chromatic mode. In other words, a full keyboard with white and black keys. If I go back to song, we can see it compressed the track to one row. And if I wanted to, I just hold this down and can go up or down. So it's, if I want this lower, I'll scroll back up. You can move it up or down. Now let's go back into the track. You can scroll up or down by turning the up or down knob. You can scroll left or right by turning the left or right knob, but I can't right now because it's all in one screen, as you can see here. So if you hold down this knob and turn it to the right, it'll zoom in, and then you can switch between the two screens here. And you can also zoom in even further, all the way to 64th, and then all the way back out if you wanted to show the whole screen. So if you're in track view and you want to change the length, you hold down Shift and turn this knob. You'll see a gray area. It'll show the screen, how many screens there are, so left or right, and then you can also zoom out even further the more you extend. You can go as far as you want, so you can just keep turning it, zooming out, and then you can see. If you get lost, you just press this button here. It's going to show you the zoom level. So if you want to be back in 16th, there it is. You just scroll right in or out. And again, if you forget, you just tap that and it'll show you 8th note zoom. So zoom in 16th note, etc. Now if we want to alter the length of any of these notes, you just hold the note down and then press how far out you want it to go. Let's say we're zoomed in and we want this note to extend past this screen. You just look at the note and then hold down this knob and then it'll extend the note. If you want to move notes up or down, you just hold onto the note and then turn the up or down knob. You can also do this with multiple notes. If you want to change the velocity of a note, you just hold down the note and then you turn this and it's going to change the velocity. So note and left and right knob will change the velocity. If we want to nudge these notes, let's say we want to shift everything, hold down the up and down knob and then turn left to right, and that will just nudge it. Now if we wanted this to go up or down an octave, I'm going to hold down this knob and turn it. So up and down. If I want to just shift the notes up or down, 1 let's say, just press play, hold down Shift, press that down and pull it up or down. Let's say we want to change the probability this note will play. So hold down the note and then turn this. You'll see the probability we can set. If we want to make it an iteration, or in other words, you want it to play 1 of 2 passes, 2 of 2 passes, or so on. You can pretty much just say if it plays 6 times, like that one's 6 times, and then on the first time that it plays, it'll play that note. All the other 5 times it won't. So that's how that works. Let's say we want to undo. Every time that you run a record session through something like that, just press back, it'll undo it. If we want to clear everything, including the automation, you hold down this knob and press back. It'll clear that whole pattern. So now what I'm going to do, let's go here. This is going to be on the cutoff, so it's going to change the filter. I'm going to press record here, and then we're going to change this while it plays. It'll automate it. Let's say we want to undo that, press shift, and then tap that gold knob. It'll go away. If you want to copy, just press learn, and then press this. That copies this screen as far up and down. That copies that selection into wherever we want. So we can also zoom in and then say, want to paste, shift, learn, and then press that. So just think, if you want it to learn this screen, learn, and then tap this. If you want to paste, just add shift to it. You can also make it go up or down. So let's make it go up, and now it just transpose, pasted it. All these effects here, you can go through all the different ones. You can make it affect only, for example, in the synth, it'll affect everything. So if we're in a kit and then we just make a beat, for example, if you wanted to, say, change the cutoff on just this snare, you just have it selected, make sure effect entire is off, and then you can change it. If you want it to apply to the whole track, all of this, you press effect entire, and then on top of what we just did for that, it's also going to affect everything. If you want to control a track by one of your external MIDI keyboards, make sure it's set up properly. You have to be in the track view and then hold down learn and then press an audition key. Hold that down. Then you just press a key on your external synth and then it'll turn white. You let go of that and it's now assigned. So now if I press the keyboard, it'll assign that. If I want to undo it, hold down learn and then just press this and then it'll go away. If you practice these a couple times a day, you'll get the hang of it and then you won't even have to look it up in the manual.